Hey, what's up everybody? True Boxing here. Thank you for coming back to Get Hit with the Truth. So today we are doing the recap from the Kambosos versus Hughes ESPN card that took place on Saturday, July 22nd on ESPN Plus. Before we get into that, if you guys could smash the like button, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel. I appreciate any and all support as I try to build my channel up here. And if there's anything you don't like that I'm doing, you could always give me a thumbs down or leave a comment. So, getting into it now. We're basically just going to talk about the main event. There really wasn't a fight, unless I'm forgetting the fights, that really stuck out on the undercard for me that was significant. So, the Kambosos-Hughes fight, this is George Kambosos returning following a back-to-back losses to Devin Haney in 2022, where he lost the undisputed title and then tried to challenge in a rematch and came up short. He was coming back trying to throw himself right back into the mix here now that he's got the name, the name recognition. He's a former unified champ. He beat Teofimo Lopez, who's again at the top of his game at 140. So Kambosos wants to get himself right back into the mix of things against Maxie Hughes. And Maxie Hughes, a guy that Kambosos should technically beat. But also a guy that is used to playing the underdog role and, was hungry. And it ended up being a close, tough battle between the two that ended in a controversial majority decision win for George Kambosos. Now, I did not watch the fight. I saw some highlights. And from what I read, the fight was close. So people want to call it a robbery. Again, I don't know how many times I have said this in the past, but if the fight is close, it is not a robbery, Now, certain factors can get into that, you can't, it's not just black or white, I guess is what I'm trying to say. There are levels of that, of a robbery assumption and opinion. But, from what I'm reading, it was a close fight. Kambosos walks away with the victory. But I laugh at some of the doubters of Kambosos because you should have been doubting this guy the whole time. Again, Kambosos, decent fighter. Not going to say he's a shitty fighter at all. But, if you look back at his resume, his entire resume, let's go back like his previous 6 opponents. First off, the guy hasn't had a tune-up fight in years now, or a return fight against a tune-up-esque type fighter like Maxie Hughes in years now. So you have to factor that in. 2, Kambosos, all his victories that he's had in his past 5-6 fights, I think he's 4-2 now. The guy narrowly has defeated all of his opponents. I think he beat Mickey Bay by a split decision. He beat Lee Selby to become the mandatory #1 contender by a split decision, and that was a fight I personally thought he lost. He beat Teofimo Lopez by a split decision. Then he got dominated by Haney twice, and now he gets a majority decision over Maxie Hughes. For me, this is not a big shock that he is not dominating his opponents, I don't think that's the kind of fighter George Kambosos is. And, so you can be pissed off at his performance, but that maybe be the best, that might be the best that we're going to get from him. I do think the Lopez victory was a fluke against Teofimo, but he did get the win, and now he's got the credit, and, you got to get used to that George Kambosos really never was a great fighter. But maybe he was overlooking Maxie Hughes a little bit as well. So a lot of things factor into this. Don't take it so hard and believe so much. I think there's also an element of people out there of fans that want to make it out like Devin Haney's victories over Kambosos were so damn impressive, which they are. If you're a great fighter, then you should dominate a guy like Kambosos. And he did, twice. So no doubts, he did better the second time than he did the first time. So to me, that leaves no doubt. But I think some people are trying to make the excuse, oh, well, make excuses for Devin Haney. They're probably angry, and they're going to make the excuse that, you know, Kambosos was overlooking Maxie Hughes. Maybe he was. But to be honest, again, I don't think Kambosos is a great fighter. He's decent, and he's still in the best division in boxing, top to bottom, and he'll get his opportunities moving forward, and we'll discuss that more on his What's Next video. But George Kambosos gets away with a 10-round majority decision win over Maxie Hughes on July 22nd on ESPN. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, smash the like button, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel. I appreciate any and all support. This is True Boxing. You've been hit with the truth.